Hello, welcome back to Next Week Now. My name is Detective Jim Springer, but don't worry, I'm not gonna snoop around your private life or anything like that. The truth is, I was snooping. With all of them. Thanks to my inner monologue, they will never, ever need to know. You see, I was conducting an investigation on a case of murder. The victim, which we found after the Super Bowl, had been beaten, stabbed, choked, peed on, and then beheaded with a middle-aged style guillotine. In that order. The victim's head was then used as a basketball by the murderer, who then lost the game of basketball by 107-3. He was the only one playing. Needless to say, the murderer was definitely a Next Week Now member, probably mad that their favorite team lost the Super Bowl. But I couldn't just come in with a search warrant and interrogate, no. One look and I knew they were all crazy. Like a family of monkeys trying cocaine for the first time. Cameramen that assaulted people on Speedway, producers with only the thinnest veil of sanity, women, they were all grade A nutcases. So, like a proctologist without their gloves on, I knew I had to get my hands dirty. I wanted to watch them up close and figure out who among them was the murderer. So I figured the best course of action was to sign up to be this week's host. But, like a bachelor going on a date with your mom, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. The situation was worse than I thought. They all did drugs. All of them. Just before the show, Ferris walked up to me and asked me if I wanted to buy some Yowie Zowies. I don't know what they are, and I don't think I want to. Apparently, Next Week Now just keeps their writers locked up in the basement and forces them to write unfunny comedy every week. Anyone who didn't comply would get switched to an even worse situation. Longhorn late nights. I couldn't bring my weapons with me, so all I have to defend myself in case they attack is a tube of lip ointment and a plastic wrapper. I think you're gonna kill me after the show, but hey, that's life. It was at this point that I realized I had been sitting here monologuing to myself for about 3 minutes, so I switched back to my host persona. Sorry about that, folks, had an aneurysm just now. Let's just get to the news stuff. We've got great news for all you milk fans. We've got great news for all you milk fans. We've got great news for all you milk fans. The CEO of Milk will announce new milks dropping in a grocery store near you. First in the new lineup is a twist on that milk classic, -2% milk. Reportedly, the milk will suck the calcium from your bones and subtract a year from your lifespan every time you drink it. For the people who regret drinking it, they'll also release +2% milk to return your body to normal. They'll also produce one for all you LaCroix fans, sparkling milk, for when you want that sweet, carbonated, creamy aftertaste fizzling in your mouth. Weirdos. Here's a rather unexpected item on the new list of new milks, Trump milk, commissioned by Donald J. Trump himself. Apparently, the milk will be literally made of gold and comes straight from the teat of the former president. Our sources also say that Trump will be milked 17 hours a day to maximize production of Trump milk. Next up on the list is chest milk, produced directly from the chest of only the most masculine of men, and filled with only pure testosterone. For all the powdered milk enjoyers, they'll also be releasing drywall milk, made specifically to feed all our construction workers, not to be confused with paint chip milk, which will be released later this year. The final milk on the list is good milk, which, according to our sources, will be milk that is so good, purify your soul and send you to heaven immediately. To counter the power of good milk, they'll also be releasing its natural enemy, evil milk. We don't know what it does, but it will eventually become so popular that it'll convince the British to restart colonialism in order to produce more milk across the planet. The milkmen supporting good milk will then band together to create the Milkmen Legions and combat milk colonialism, leading to the Great Lactose War of 2025. I couldn't believe what I was reading. Lactating businessmen was arousing. Here to talk about the Cowboys-Vikings game, the Super Bowl, and sports in general, let's welcome Next Week Now sports specialist, Sports McGuy.
Hey there, champ.
Yes, it's good to see you too, Sports. It feels like it's been a while. What's you been up to?
Well, you know, the usual. sports, being a guy, being a sportsman guy. Yeah. Last week I saw a woman get mugged on the street, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Did you do anything?
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. I saw what was happening, and I analyzed it like it was a sport, because that's my thing. And I'm an expert on sports, so I see this robbery, and it's like sports.
So you helped out?
Yes, of course. I saw the woman, the robber snatch the bag from the woman like that, and then I yelled at the woman, "Fumble!" To try to get her to think.
So you let the guy get away with the purse?
Well, yeah, it's not my job to run after anyone. I'm in the off season, okay? And I have pant legs, those drag. Look.
Well, let's just move on. What can you tell us about the Super Bowl that just happened?
49ers and the Chiefs. They worked hard against each other, really hard. They sweated. They pushed up against each other. They spread out very well. But you know who worked really hard there? Usher. Usher was like the best part of the show. Did you see his hips gyrating like that? If Brock Purdy moved his hips like that, maybe he would have caught the ball.
You a big fan of the halftime show?
Yes. I'm a big fan of the halftime show. Me and my pals, we have this like fantasy football thing where we pitch who's going to be the next most likely candidate for the Super Bowl halftime. It's called Halftime League. Let me show you my top picks. Weezer, Smosh, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and King himself, Elvis Presley.
So you want Alvin and the Chipmunks to perform next year?
No. I think we're the most likely to perform next year. After Usher, you can only top one thing. And you guys predict the future? I predict the future halftime shows. And my educated guess says Chipmunks.
Sure, of course. Any other news in the future of sports?
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a new sport soon. It's going to be called Het Ball. It'll be a strategy ball game where there's this oval ball where players will score points by passing or carrying the ball to other teams at the end of the field or by kicking it in between two yellow posts.
Isn't that just football?
Is that football? No, that's not football, okay? This is football right here.
Whoa, wait, that's I'm sorry to say, that's not football.
What do you call that, then?
That's smut. That's like, that's gay films, man.
What? That's football right there.
I'm sorry to say, you've been watching.
No. My daddy used to watch that with his pals every Sunday.
They're watching gay stuff, man.
I think I'm gonna have to think about this.
Well, it was nice seeing you, sport. I hope you get everything figured out. Sports McGuy, everyone. I'll be honest, I would have picked the Chipettes over the Chipmunks. I mean, those three are some tall glasses of water. And for our final story of the week, there are too many people in my house. That's right. According to reports, there is an overabundance of randos currently in my home. My private domicile, the place where I watch my YouTube and eat my week-old Wingstop, is currently overrun with people other than me and my Italian roommate, Giacomo. As you may already know, Giacomo and I sublease a beautiful 2-bed, 2.5-bath craftsman-style bungalow in a middle-class neighborhood just a little ways from here. Well, now, our beautiful wood-paneled oasis is also home to 3 grad students, an entire youth basketball team, and a 16-nun convent from Eastern Europe. To be fair, they all have good reasons to be there. You see, the basketball team asked us to use the linoleum flooring in our kitchen to practice crossovers. The grad students are subleasing 3 square feet of the house between themselves, and Giacomo had to let the nuns come to stay after he accidentally set their century-old nunnery in the Alps on fire while looking for bugs with a magnifying glass. Classic Giacomo. This is already a lot, but now we have more. Last week, my mom and dad moved in. They're recently divorced, and both separately asked to move in with me, so I'm keeping my mom in the bathroom and my dad in Giacomo's bathroom, and praying that they don't cross paths. That would be awkward. And then, on Monday night, Giacomo came in at 2 in the morning after I'd gotten all the nuns and basketball players to bed, and declared that his booty call, the Gopher Man, is now his live-in girlfriend. Which is fine, I'm glad he's happy, but if you could get the Gopher Man to pick up all the rat carcasses she leaves around in the house, and maybe not let her shed on the carpet as much, it'd be a lot easier on the rest of us. Good grief. But now, let's all get out of the house and switch to our man on the news to see what news he sniffs out today. Now, if you'll excuse me, the Gopher Man and I need to convene off stage.